Well, we're back. We're going to finish the flaps up today. Now, I showed this yesterday, but people keep asking the same questions over and over again. How did I do the flaps? Last time I'm going to show you. Go over here. Well, I found my drill vise. I forgot I had it set up for alignment on this airplane. Okay. Well, we'll wait for the tubes to start up here. I got nobody watching. As soon as we get somebody in here. There we go. We got one like and one watcher, so we'll start going. What I do, one more time, is I draw 3 lines down. Hey, Greg. Yeah, getting tired of shoveling snow. My neighbor shoveled it for me. Didn't even ask him. Anyway, you draw 3 lines down the center of the board. It's really simple. I got 36 grit sandpaper, or 60 grit sandpaper. I'd rather have 36, but I'm not going to buy a pack of 36 because one sheet will last 30 years. You want long strokes in an X. So you're making a pattern this way and this way. And you want to go to the center of the board. To do it absolutely perfect, you should count the strokes, you know, one this way, but I've been doing this so long, I can tell when I'm getting close and back off. Go down the board this way. This definitely takes some practice, but it's perfectly achievable. Oh, man. A lot of people got their own ways of doing things. Any way that works for you is fine. I just show you what I do. Well, I got this airplane's weight kind of calculated baked in, what it's going to be. If I do not paint it, it would be 60 ounces. So I figure it's going to be 66. Lumber wagon. Gonna have to really sand. Gonna have to really sand. But it is 740 squares. It's a big airplane. But I don't think it matters how big it is. It's how much does it weigh. If it was electric, it'd be 76 ounces. Okay, I'm starting to get a goofball humping this out here. Okay, let's do the other side. Well, all I know is I won't be going to work tomorrow. The street's got a foot of snow on it. If I had to give a review on a car, my Saturn Vue, it's got I think it's a 2.2 liter 4-cylinder engine in it, 5-speed manual transmission. Since I bought it brand new, it's been a super reliable car. I got, I think, 160,000 on it. Maybe it's 180. I can't remember. Change the oil every 3 months or every 3,000 miles. Need to change the spark plugs again. It says you don't have to, but I know better. But just do regular maintenance on the thing, and I put 3 sets of tires on, or 2.5 sets, because still got plenty of miles on these things, on the ones I got now. 3 batteries, 3 or 4. The batteries are total shit today. They don't last. You buy a 3-year battery, it'll last 2 years, 364 days, or 66 days, and that'll take a crap. Roads are about 80% what? Clear or snow? Because on my street, it's still snow. My car's under a foot of snow. So I leave them about 3/16 of an inch thick on the trailing edge there. But you can see it's starting to take an airfoil shape. go. There ain't no work anyway for me. Who's riding their motorcycle in weather like this? No one. Okay, we got a pretty good airfoil on this already. The trick to doing this is using the right sandpaper. If I used 320 or 180 to get this shape, it would take forever and it'd look like crap. It'd be all kind of wavy. That's how you sand a flap. Ain't no big deal. Hey, John. Hey, Mark, when you say 80%, is that 80% clear or 80% full? They're probably plowing the big streets, but they don't plow the side streets. %. Oh, good. Yep, side streets are covered. That's for sure. Only polar bears go out in this kind of weather. Okay, we got a rough shaped flap. You see how it's got a nice airfoil on it? We did it with 36. We're gonna go over to 180 now. No, 80. That was 60. This is 80. I sure hope you guys get something out of this, learn how to do this. Okay, I got all the 60 grit scratches out of that side. We'll flip it over and do this side. I haven't been out of the house since Thursday, I think. Thursday or Friday. Whenever it started snowing. Sitting right here trying to get this thing in one piece. That'll happen today. I've changed my mind about those fillets next to the fuselage. Those are not going to happen. There's no way for me to sand in there and fillet it, so I'm going to sand the bearings flush with the sides of the fuselage, super fill them, finish them that way. So there'll be a gap between the flap and the fuselage. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a second since I get this sanded out. Pretty straight. Well, I'm glad. I'm also going to finish these flaps with Z-Epoxy. We'll get a coat of Z-Epoxy on them. And then the tissue and dope. The simple fact, I don't want them to warp. Okay. So we're in 20 minutes. That's dead nuts straight, so we're in good shape. Let me get this pen line sanded off. For anybody new watching this is a dying art, kind of like glass blowing and sign painting. People don't do this much anymore. I mean, Used to be when we were kids, if you wanted to do something, you had to make it. You had to entertain yourself. Now it's push button, computerized instant gratification stuff. So when you're done with these, there's a feeling of accomplishment. And each one you do, you try to do better. Because if you're not a builder and you try to do exactly what I do, it's not going to be exactly what I do. It takes practice. I got over 60 years of doing this. Going on 65 years of doing this. But it's not, it's easily achievable. All you have to do is do it. Practice. Let's do the other side of this too. Make sure it's zipped straight. My dad, who did this in the 40s, who did this in the 40s, went with me to the Nationals. I think it was, well, a couple of times he's been in recent. I think it was 2010. And there was a kid with an airplane in the 10-point row. Not in the row behind it, the non-builder, but it was the 10-point row. And my dad said to me, we went to, we looked at all the airplanes in the building, and we were going to lunch. And my dad said to me, he said, I sure feel sorry for that kid on the back row. And all I said to him was, you got to start somewhere. Okay, we're going to go to 180 now. This is that is not good. That is so we went 60, 80. Let me see what we got here. This is 80. What is this one? This one's bare, so let's get some paper on that one. You got to start somewhere. These are sanding blocks that I just make. Just 2 pieces of 1/4-inch balsa shaped into a T. They're flat enough for what we're doing. I got a foam block here too, so I can clean that up, and I'll do that with 320. We got a 180 for a popsicle stick. Okay. We got 10 watchers and 5 likes. You guys are falling down. Yeah, I kind of made up my mind what I'm going to do. I'm going to build a 59 Aries with a OS 32F on a pipe. That come out good. Got a nice shape on it. I'm not sure. I think it's around 55. It's a little airplane. Okay, so that's the 180. Let's go down to 320, and we're done doing this. We'll hinge it up, get a clip made, and get it on. It's an automotive sanding sponge. It's not a sponge, but it's rubber. It's really soft. Buy professional tools. Buy once, cry once. Okay. This is 320. This will be the last sand of this. So we got 30 minutes in making a flap. Probably take 45 to get it hinges. Yeah, but if you listen to Hunt on the Hangout, that's not the same Aries that Billy won with. Because I built that one that's 52 inch. That is a Ambroid Aries. I don't want that one. I want the one that was done by T-Hart, where they copied it right off the original. It was 52, so it would fit in the box. I don't have no stinking box. I don't care about that. All right. I'm going to blow off here and Let's see here. Go around this edge right here. They come out real nice. Straight as an arrow. You can't really get a good picture of it. It's got a nice airfoil on it. They're probably use a little sanding around this corner here. But it doesn't matter because I'm going to put the clip on the outside of it. Kind of weird. When I look at it in person, I miss some things. And when I look at it on the TV, I see some things. Let's get this flatter here. You really can't. It looks round here, but doesn't look round there. I don't know why. Anyway, let me blow off and we'll be back at this. Give me a second. Let's see where's the mouse. Change views. Okay. Alrighty. I think I'm going to have to get out that other microphone and start using it instead of these camera mics. That way I don't stand a chance of losing. It's side exhaust, but I'll make it rear exhaust. Alrighty, let's see how it fits. Yep, around the dope there. Got the dope. Around the saw too. Okay. So we got a little tight here. We need to sand this a little bit more. I mean, it'll be all right, but Just do it anyway. It'll be fine. Okay, let's make a. I have no place for this stupid keyboard. Set that here, I guess. I showed how to do this yesterday. Let me get a blank. We get a blank here. There we go. Guy at National Balsa, when they sent me a load of wood, was kind enough to send some basswood as protectors. One on each side. I used the crap out of it. This is light stuff. Okay. Damn. I normally don't measure this line here because it doesn't matter. I mean, I try to keep it close, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't matter till you glue it on the flap. I try to keep it close just because it's easier, but well, I think you can get one from Richard Oliver, or no, not Dub Jet. But I'm gonna make my own pipes. You can get them from oh shit, now I can't remember his name. I mean, I got a couple pipes yet, but they're big pipes. They're for 61, 65, and 75. I think I got a 75 pipe. I don't know. I don't know what I got anymore. Okay. Well, I got several feet of sock, and I can make my own pipe. Okay, we're going to do this. the CA. CA, where'd you go? Hiding somewhere. Where are you? Well, I guess I could use the zap. I know where the zap is. It's right here. Thick. Nope. We want medium. No, it ain't right there. It's over there with the debonder. With the bedonder. Okay, we're going to use this. I like this kicker. 2P10. So let's do that. You give me a second at the sander. Only take a second. Okay, we got this done. Took like I don't know what it took, a couple of minutes maybe. Now we drill down through the center. Now I gotta find my knife. I don't know what I did with it. Yeah, we're gonna end the video at the same place I ended the other video because I need to white glue this on, or tight bond this on. So we'll come back after it dries. I could CA it on, but I don't know if that's a good idea because it needs to be perfect and it needs to be super strong. You could epoxy it on, but then when you go to sand it, it leaves that epoxy line. So I think just ending the video and letting it dry for an hour or two is the best course of action. Nothing else tonight is our hangout night. You'll get to see it finished up on the hangout. Because I'm going to have this airplane in one piece today. And then we can go to sanding. Lots of sanding. I've got the wings and everything sanded down pretty thin, pretty smooth. I need to get all that off the fuselage. And maybe do some more on the elevator stabilizers. If you remember yesterday, I sanded out this side. I need to sand this side. I still don't see my knife. I do not see my knife. Where the hell did it go? There it is. We got the wire for the hinges out. I think that's the right wire. I could put the carbide bit on the router, on the Dremel, and do this pretty easy, but that's just an extra step. There we go. There we go. Now these clips have to have that notch in the end because the wire goes around and that takes up for the radius so that it goes up flush. Damn. I gotta sand this again. Shit. Okay. Nope. Remember yesterday I dicked with this for a while too to get it to go down on there all the way. It has to go all the way down to the trailing edge. There it is. See how it locked up against the leading edge, or the leading edge of this locked up against the trailing edge of the wing? Okay, so we need to sand that angle a little different. Custom fit. I'm afraid this camera is going to be in the way here. So, pencil, where you go? I got a splinter right in the end of my finger. I can't see it. Ah, shit. Part of keeping the controls free and unbound is making sure that you don't put anything together with any twist or pressure. It just needs to fall together. So you sand whatever it takes to make it right. It needs a little more. There it is. There it is. What the hell could be in the end of my finger? Damn. There's that. Just sand it off. Damn it, I got that pencil just for doing this kind of stuff, and I can't find it. It's on the bench somewhere underneath all this crap. Here it is. Okie dokie. Give me a second. I'll whack this off, sand it close to shape, and then we'll glue it on. I'll end the video. So if you want to leave now, I mean, that's fine, but I'd rather you didn't. Okay. Okie dokie. That's close. Really doesn't get perfect till you sand it on into the flap. It's up quite a bit, but it'll be fine. Alrighty. Get some glue on this thing. You can't see what I'm doing again. By doing this, it gives you the ability to tweak the flaps. If I use CA, it has the possibility of breaking. But I'll guarantee that this tight bond is stronger than the wood. Okay, let's tape it. Stronger than the wood. So this is pretty ugly looking like that, but once it's sanded, I need to glue a piece on this anyway, because this is going to set the distance. Once it's sanded in, you can't feel it. And, you know, you can put a little bit of carbon veil over the top of that or whatever. I feel a little bump right there, though. This has a real potential of dissimilar woods too. Remember I talked about that in the sun. Heating and shrinking at different rates. Well, this is hardwood times 3 against balsa wood. So it's best to kind of protect this with either, you know, a couple layers of silk span or carbon veil, or maybe even some superfill over the top of it. But you definitely want to sand it so you can't feel it. There we go. Doesn't matter what it looks like, it's what does it feel like. So if you cut a couple pieces of 1-inch thick pine, you know, let's see, 1-inch thick, 2 inches wide, 2 foot long, 2 sticks with a groove, you can capture this and tweak your flaps at the field. But if you didn't do this, you couldn't do that. I mean, sometimes I'll run the flaps into the balsa wood and leave those clips off. But you're kind of stuck if you do that. You better have made it right the first time. So this flap here sets the distance this way. I'm going to put in a glue in a piece of wood here that clears the push rod. That'll set the gap for the other side. Well, I think that's going to about do it for this video. Hope you guys got something out of it. I mean, I know that these videos are boring. It'd be boring for me to watch, that's for sure. Any questions? Probably not. Nobody ever asks any questions. Except, where can I find this and do that? Well, you search for it just like I'd have to do. Alrighty, let's see here. Can't do everything for everybody. What do we got here? There we are. Alrighty. Our hangout is tonight at 7 o'clock Central. That's 4 hours from now. I'm going to, I guess, finish this up. We'll get it, we'll get her hinged up. Plus you get to watch the other guy's BS. We'll get it hinged up and put on. And that'll be the end of the airplanes together then. Basically together now, but we just got a few more parts to put on it. But she's going to be a large barge. I can see that coming. We're at 60 ounces now with no paint. It was 39 and a half. We'll add a ½ ounce for hinges in that clip. I mean, I could weigh it up. It might be at 40 now. And you got 20 ounces of hardware. That's 60 ounces. No paint. And the paint's going to be a minimum, and I mean an absolute minimum of 6 ounces. And that's if I, just stand back and wave the gun at it. So it could be a 70-ounce airplane. And I haven't flown one of those since 2007, I think. Just too big. And I don't know where the weight came from except the wing. The wing is way heavy. Foamy. Oh well. Alrighty. Like, subscribe, share. I'll see you tonight, 7 o'clock. Fair winds, tight lines. See you.